What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level. And if you want to take your game to the next level and win more online head-to-head games, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. I drop the best Madden tips on YouTube. Quick PSA really quickly. If you already subscribed, make sure to go next to the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. If you don't do this, YouTube will not notify you when I drop new videos. It might notify some of y'all. It might drop it in your subscription box. But for the majority of you, YouTube's not going to notify you unless you click the bell. Especially for when Madden 18 comes around, first week of the game, I'm coming out with all the best tips. I'm going to make sure to get you content as early as possible. So if you're not on the notification squad, you might not get notified when I drop new tips. You're going to have to manually come to the channel and look for it. So it's just a better way to stay updated and get the stuff as soon as it drops and to know every time I drop something. So enough of that. Just wanted to get that out the way for y'all that didn't know. For today's tip, I wanted to go over something that could benefit everybody that's in every playbook, and I want to discuss the play 4 verticals. Now, everybody knows about this play. It's not a secret, but there's minor little tweaks to the play that make it more powerful and that top players use to really get a lot of yards and really make it hard on their opponents. So that's why I wanted to go over it today, and it is in every playbook. Now, it might be in a different formation in your playbook, but it's going to be in some sort of trips formation. Every playbook has them. Some playbooks have multiple trips formations. So just look for your trips formations. It'll have 3 wide receivers to the right side of the field. You're going to have a verticals in your playbook. Now, one of the first keys to this is the RB wide receiver. You need a fast guy here. Now, I got Bird here. He's 96 speed. He doesn't quite need to be that fast, but 94 plus speed is recommended. And that's because this guy's going to always split the safeties in cover 2. So you're going to have the ability to get one-play touchdowns more often with a fast receiver. The second key is the B wide receiver. You want to hot route him to a fade. He's already on a fade, but the hot routed fade is a little bit better. It's going to give him more separation on the sideline. And lastly, the tight end A. You want to put him on an in route because that crossing route he's on, while it's been good in years past, it's not as good this year. The smart routed, or excuse me, the hot routed in route is better. It's going to give us a check down. It's going to be a better man beater than that crossing route is. So that's what you want to do. Now, this play is predominantly a cover 2 killer. You have some check down options against man and cover 3, but this is mainly how to move the ball and destroy cover 2. And this year, everybody runs cover 2 predominantly. This is probably the most popular cover 2 year ever. So that's why this play is so useful, and it needs to be in your arsenal because it's going to make your opponent, and it's going to just give them one more thing to worry about. It makes it really difficult for them to play defense. So the first thing we want to look at is the B wide receiver against cover 2. Those cloud flats are not going to get far enough back there. You want to pass lead this to the sideline, and you want to hold the possession catch. It's money every time. It's a first down every single time. They have to adjust their defense to stop this. If they're coming out in any type of cover 2, you just pass lead this to the sideline, hold the A button. You're going to get inbounds, and they're going to have to change their defense up. They're going to either have to go to a different coverage, they're going to have to man him up, or they're going to have to manually defend him. So that's one thing they have to worry about. The next thing you have is the RB receiver. He's going to always split the safeties. Now, you got to buy a little bit of time, but as you can see, and now Cam Newton's just sailing the ball way over his head there, but as you can see, he was splitting the safeties for what would have been a one-play touchdown. If we can just get a good pass here, from Cam Newton, and we got hit with block shed that time. So if it's not one thing, it's another in practice mode. You're either getting a bad pass or your offensive line isn't holding up. So let's see if we can actually complete. Nope, the block shed is just, the block shed in practice mode is just, I say it in every other video at least, and it's just, it's never going to get better, I guess. You know, it's nothing like that in the regular game, but in practice mode, these computer defenders just come off the blocks ridiculous. Now, we finally got a good pass there from Cam Newton. 4th time's a charm, and as you can see, you're going to burn them every time for a touchdown. Keep in mind, this is easier to do in a regular game because the block shed is not nearly as bad. So, that's your 2 main things against cover 2, but that's not all you have against cover 2. You still, for whatever reason, if they take that away, you still have the A receiver underneath now. He's not going to get you a lot of yards. It's going to be maybe 4 to 5 yards at most, but that is a check down option. That is a check down if they completely lock up your other plays. And if you throw it a little bit earlier, you might get a little bit more yards. And again, Cam Newton's just throwing terrible passes, but that's neither here nor there. But it's a check down option. That's what a check down is. You might get 3, 4, 5 yards out of it, but you're still moving the ball along. You know, as long as you're not taking a sack or throwing the ball away, you're still progressing down the field, and that's all that matters. Now, you also have this delay route here by McCaffrey. He's going to be really good against cover 2, and again, hit with the block shed. Just, I mean, you see how quickly they're coming. There's just nothing you can do about it. he's going to be really good against cover 2 because he's a little bit delayed. So everybody else is dropping far back. He's going to get 8 to 10 yards off of that. So 8 to 10 yards as a check down option, you can't really go wrong with that. So you have 4 options on this play against cover 2, and that's what predominantly people are going to run this year. Now, that's how you want to run it. And also a side note, when you're dealing with the hash marks, if you're on like this hash mark, you want to run... You always want to run the formation with the 3 wide receivers on the wide side of the field. So if you were on this right hash mark, you would want to come out in this play flipped and have the 3 wide receivers on the left side of the field, and you run it the same way. But you always want to give yourself that room to work that fade on the sideline. Now, if we go against a cover 3, these deep routes aren't going to be there against cover 3, and that's fine. If we make somebody switch up to a cover 3, there's other plays we can switch to destroy that. But you still have options if they catch you off guard. You're still going to have this in route over here. Again, it's a check down, and he just keeps getting kind of caught up with that running back there for some reason, which he would normally be getting more yards than that. But let's switch it up one more time here. Shit's kind of delayed. Alright, so we switch it up to the cover 3. You wait a little bit till he comes across the field. It's going to be 3 to 5 yards tops, but again, this is if they catch you off guard. You still have an option. But you're going to also have, again, the running back, which is going to be a better option. Because of his delay, he is going to get great yards against a cover 3. So, honestly, if I'm checking it down, I'm always looking to the running back first. The tight end is literally like just a last option there, and more so an option against man. Because against the zones, against this play, 3 to 5 yards is going to be his max. He's not going to get more than that. That's just the way it is. You're looking for the big routes, and if the big routes aren't there, the running back is who you really want to attack because he is, as you can see, just gets great separation. Now here we're going to go against man. The tight end will be more valuable against man if he's a good route runner. As you can see, we get a little bit more yards after the catch on that. And keep in mind, Deion Jones is on him, which is like a 90 speed linebacker. So even, you know, one of the fastest linebackers, if not maybe the fastest linebacker in the game, he can't defend Greg Olsen here, who's like 84 speed. So, you know, good, decent route runner, tight end, decent speed. If they pull out man defense on you, he's an option every single time. And last but not least, again, his running back, this is one of the best man beating routes in the game because of how he gets that fast cut. And you're just going to get amazing yards with that. So, like I said, this is a play. If you expect cover 2, you know, come out in this all the time against cover 2. That's what you want. You want to hit the fade on the sideline. You want to split the safeties, and, you know, worst case scenario, dump it off to your running back and still get 8 yards. If they come out in the cover 3, catch you off guard, again, you got the running back. If they use him, then you just dump it down to the tight end. You pick up your 3 to 5, and you just, you know, go to the next play. That's all you can do. If it's man, you got the tight end and you got the running back who are going to both kill man. Just a very simple play. It's in everybody's playbook, but, you know, most people do use it, but there are some people that kind of neglect this play because they just kind of think of it as a basic play, and it's not really anything special. But when you tweak the play and you put the right wide receivers in position they need to be in, you're going to have a lot of success with this play. If you just run it stock, you know it's only going to be so good. So, for whatever reason you're not using this, or you've been using it the less effective way, try using it this way and let me know how that works out for you. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.